This is going to be a little bit of a different kind of program tonight, more of a coffee and conversation deal, although there will be a shave of sorts, an abbreviated shave later on. And I don't have coffee tonight. I'm drinking Coca-Cola, which is a registered trademark, so don't anybody get any crazy ideas about starting your own company by that name. However, you can call or write or email your the Coca-Cola company and ask if you can be one of their distributors, I suppose. I'm smoking these nasty cigarettes, but I'm out here on the bench, one of the smoking benches where I live, and it's kind of like how Cincy shaves used to go out to the porch. We do have some little porches here on the other side, but it's more comfortable on the bench, and we're only supposed to smoke out here 50 feet from the building for insurance purposes. Let's see what else. Oh, also, if anyone ever tags me to do one of those candlelight shaves, I'll have to do a nightlight shave because open flames are not allowed in our building for insurance purposes. Excuse me. Don't smoke, kids. It's very bad for you. Well, I've excuse me. I've procured some Noxzema products, disposable razors and goo in a can, and I'm doing this, as one guy put it, for science. I'm going to do a quick shave the way I used to back before I started shaving more traditionally with safety razors. And let's see here. I'll do that the way I used to do a shave to make me look presentable. I've only got 1 day's worth of growth anyway, and I keep getting messages lighting up my phone here. It's kind of funny. But anyway, I will go to that now, and then I'll complete the rest of this inside at my dining table. Hi again, it's me. I'm going to do this blasphemous shave with one of these, a Noxzema triple blade disposable razor. I do like one thing about the package. You can peel this part open down here, take your razor out, and reseal the package. So I still got one left in there. I got several of these on eBay. Like I said, I'm just doing this for science. And I've got the only can of goo that I can really recommend to anybody, something you might want to use on your off days and when you're in a hurry. One of these Noxzema regular cans of goo. Best I've ever had. I used to have a couple of these that I got for like a couple of bucks a piece at Walgreens, but those got left somewhere, so this is all I have now. And I had to get this for an inflated price, about $8 and change on eBay. There was a can of Now Rare, the blue formula, whatever that was, sensitive or something, in the blue can. I mean, the cream was white, I'm sure, but those were going for $50 online, and I'm like, no, I can't see paying $50 for a can of goo, no matter how rare it's supposed to be. I'm not really going to prep my face. I'm going to do this like I used to, and I used to do it without a hat, but I'll leave the hat on. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and it smells good. In the future, I will do a Noxzema shave with more traditional products like Noxzema in a tube. I've just done one of those yesterday, I believe it was, for my shave of the day, but I've ordered some of the cream that comes in the, what is it, the red tube or something? I forget right now. No, it's the yellow tube. I already have what comes in the red tube, which is sensitive, but there's some that comes in a yellow tube that has the shea butter or something in it. But as far as smelling like Noxzema, this stuff, go ahead and smell it, as Paul H. would say, smells more like Noxzema than the stuff that comes in a tube, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead This always feels and smells so good. Their goo in the can is my favorite kind of goo in a can. And I didn't used to use it. I used to use Barbasol because that was cheaper. And Barbasol is pretty good goo in a can, but this is, as far as goo in a can goes, it's pretty nice. So I'm going to rinse my hand off here. And we'll get ready to shave for what it's worth. This has the little thing, you just sort of pinch that, and it's supposed to come off. There it is. You can replace that later if you want. And the second use on this razor. And here we go. And I'm just going to do this like I used to do it. And any other passes I do, I will do later off camera. But here we go. And I don't expect a whole lot from this, but it will give you a passable shave. Nice goo. Very nice goo. I'm a little disappointed in these razors. They have a nice, I guess, ergonomically correct handle, and a pivoting head, and a kind of an aloe strip there. But you can't expect too much out of these. I'm going to rinse. For goo in a can, I had to do quite a bit of rinsing to get the goo out from between the 3 closely stacked metal blades. Kind of not good like the Defender razor, which is a cartridge razor that I've used on this channel, but it's 2 blades, I believe, twin blades, are not stacked so closely on top of one another, so that even with a traditional shave using soap or some cream from a tube, you don't have to rinse as much to get the goo out from between the blades. That, in my opinion, is the main improvement of that cartridge razor over others. Excuse me again. So, now on my face, just like doing a regular first pass, and I might have said first pass with the grain, but I'm not going to do a 3-pass shave here, at least not on camera. I'll finish this and I'll go out to my table and conclude this little video. But I used to, on my face, go with the grain. Always have some kind of trouble spots here on my face. And then I'll show you what I did on my neck. Then I would go immediately to my neck and begin going what we would call against the grain. I know I blaspheme by doing this kind of shave. That's why it's going to be an abbreviated shave. And then we'll do my comments on this and other things. That didn't take as long to rinse this time. It seemed like after the first time, though, not the first full pass, but the first pass of the blade on my right side of my face, it seemed like it took a minute to rinse the razor properly. Now sometimes Sinatra Linen will do a shave with a disposable razor or a can of goo or both. And I think he does it for science too. Okay, I'm just going to sort of wipe off my face. That's how I used to do it. And this isn't even very good because I can still feel quite a bit of stubble here. I'll take care of that off camera. Then I'm going to go out to my dining table and conclude this with any extra comments I might have. Okay, well, I did go back and did more of a regular 3-pass shave, although a little bit out of order, out of the normal order of doing things, and better than I expected, I must say. I used to do that just 1-pass shave with a disposable, um, down on the face, up on the neck, and usually just after that, I didn't have too bad of stubble on the neck. But this thing, doing it that way, left a lot of stubble and a lot to be desired. That was just for getting out the door in a hurry. I guess I could say this was a disappointment, but back when I used to shave this way exclusively, that was kind of in the Miami Vice Don Johnson era, where a little bit of stubble was supposed to be fashionable. And once again, use the Noxzema can of goo, the only can of goo I could really recommend if you're going to use a can of goo. Smells very nice, smells like Noxzema, with a hint of something else that makes it more manly. And here's the nice package that these come in. There's still one in there. I don't know if these are even made anymore. They might be discontinued. And I like the fact that on the bottom here, well, it may have gotten glued shut or something. No, wait. Oh yeah. You could just open that and drop a razor out without having to rip and tear at the package. So there you go. And I did go ahead and apply some of this Equate Walmart store brand witch hazel right after I got done shaving. I didn't even rinse my face. Just a can of goo, and I guess that's well, it is pretty good for moistening the face because it's Noxzema, but that's about it. I'm sorry that there's not more for this shave, this episode. I don't even have my soda pop here with me. I'm making coffee and conversation a misnomer once again. I may make this episode 4.1 of coffee and conversation for this run of videos. I might end up taking down 4.0 because it was kind of a bummer. It was a short bit of drama that is now mostly over. And well, anyway, that's about it. I shall return next time with traditional shaving, and every once in a while, like Sinatra Linen and a few others, I don't know if you could call it a review, but I may use something like this, but I may just make it a short 1-pass thing in the middle of one of these coffee and conversation videos, or I may, if someone really wants to see it, do the full 3-pass shave like I did once in this edition of videos, this volume. I did that by request. But no, back to traditional shaving, and I'm reminded I mentioned a misnomer there, something that has the wrong name. Really, YouTube has become kind of a misnomer because show me a working television that still has even a picture tube. They used to have vacuum tubes instead of transistors and the like, and they had a bunch of spaghetti wiring, as it's called, because they didn't even have circuit boards yet. And then the last tube that was left in analog televisions was the picture tube, and we called the television the tube sometimes, but now they're flat screen TVs, plasma or something. Well, whatever they're made of now, they're different ways of making them. I forget what way has one out. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, that's about it. And I thought I had something else to say. Maybe it wasn't that important. Just, yeah, I guess if I were to review these, well, I bought these because it said Noxzema. Not that that necessarily would make these better razors, but these are now either rare or discontinued. I know they're hard to find here in the States for some reason, and so is this stuff, at least where I live. Maybe where you live it's still available. I'll talk to you later. Take care.